Turning to, I guess, a home away from home, so to speak, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Kelly Pavlik defending the middleweight title against Gary Lockett. Your quick thought on the fight?
I think it's going to be an exciting matchup. I don't know how the fight's going to turn out. Gary's a tough, rugged kid who comes to fight, good shape, throws a lot of punches, but he's never fought a guy who back him back up or stand their ground. I proved it against Miranda and Taylor, so we'll see what happens once Taylor has to really adapt to something or change the game plan a little bit.
How much of Lockett have you seen?
I've seen a handful of tapes, and we still got a lot more. And as camp goes on, we'll start really picking apart the films. And when the sparring partners come in, we'll have them exact style fight that Gary Lockett fights. So we'll start picking apart the films here more and more each week.
Is it a little bit more difficult, like a guy like Taylor, who you probably saw every one of his fights leading up, and you've watched his career as it was happening? Now it's kind of like a cramming, almost like a crash course you got to take, learning about him. Is that a little difficult?
No, it's been like that for 31 fights before Taylor. So we just pick up a couple tapes on a guy and watch it a little bit, and we'll study. And we got enough tapes off of Gary, to find out exactly what's happening and what he's going to do.
Go back to the second Taylor fight. How gratifying was it for you to win? A lot of people know about your punching power and your punching prowess. Everyone said you're going to knock him out in the third, fourth round. You won a technical fight. How gratifying was that to show your versatility?
I think that actually was better than a knockout. That was better than beating Taylor by a knockout again. At this show, everybody out there says Pavlik can't match him hand speed. He can't match him for boxing ability. Pavlik's only way to beat Taylor again is knockout. Well, I showed that I could out jab him. At my right hand, every bit as fast. And Taylor, that was the best Taylor that night, I think, that in a long time. Taylor would have fought Hopkins. Fights wouldn't even been close that time. And Taylor is a great fighter, and he's probably one of the best fighters in the world right now.
Did you ever get in a mindset, because I guess John Duddy was the name that was being circled about, and obviously we know what happened there. Did you ever get in a John Duddy mindset at all?
No, because it was still so far out. When he fought, it was still so far out from June 7th, and anything could happen. And there were still other names being tossed around with John Duddy, and plus that fight. I didn't know if he was going to win or not, but I know John Duddy gets cut up pretty good in this fight. So, we really didn't get set on John Duddy. There were still so many other names being tossed around, and Gary was one of them. He was one of the front runners.
Coming back to Atlantic City after Vegas, obviously the enthusiasm may not have been what it was that night in Atlantic City. How excited are you to? Because I would assume most of that's 5,000-6,000 people will be back in Atlantic City.
Oh, it's awesome to come back, and there was a difference. It was my first world title fight, and and the way I won, and the type of fight that it was, and the energy in the crowd. And I think that this time you're going to get a lot more fans from Youngstown out there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
How excited are you? Switching off beats, your Buckeyes just signed the #1 high school player in the country. How excited were you for that?
That's a good pickup. We don't know yet. Still, the kid's young, and he's still got a lot of work to do. But it's a great pickup. We got him, and somebody else didn't. So
actually, it was Michigan was the other guy.
Yeah.
Said even doubly better.
Yeah, Michigan and Penn State was up in there.
Yeah. Anything you want to say in closing before you see you on June 7th?
Just stick around, all fans, and I'll definitely put on a show again.
World middleweight champion Kelly Pavlik, thank you and best of luck.